Favor Onike, and I'll be having a discussion for your advantage today. My guest on this show today is a pioneer registrar of the English program of the African Institute of Science, Administration and Commercial Studies, IAEC University, Togo, Dr. Jean-Hermann MENSAH. He is the managing director of Coca Group. He holds a PhD in business administration from the prestigious ICC University of Technology, Kingdom of Cambodia. He is committed to advancing the practice of professionalism in Africa and beyond. Happily married with 4 kids. Our topic today is on the path of success. And my guest here, Mr. MENSAH. Mr. MENSAH, you're welcome. So I would like to know, how has the journey been for you so far? Has it always been rosy? Talking about the journey of success, mixture of failure, what are the missteps, and so on.
Thank you. Good morning once again, and thank you for inviting me to your workshop. The journey to success. To me, there is no predetermined journey to success. Every success story has its own way, its own journey. So talking about the journey to success would be a little bit, let me say, not right. Okay. Every successful man, every ideal man has his story. He has the things he faced on his journey to his success. So the story differs from one person to the other. So talking about me now, the journey has not always been straightforward. There have been ups and downs, but yes, we are where we are today.
All right, thank you. So, like I said in my intro, growing up, there is this popular phrase that we were used to making then that says you have to become a billionaire or a millionaire, preferably at 30. So, and this will put you under pressure. Before you get to 30, you want to already have a house or have a car or build a house or probably write a book. And it's something that will just show forth for you. So do you think this is bad? And also, if you get to 30 and you don't have it yet, because I believe you're over 30. So if you get to 30 and you don't have this thing yet, how do you manage the pressure? Because obviously, sorry, you have some of your friends, whether they are doing legal or illegal things that would have gotten by 30, they would have some of those things. But you, maybe your process or your journey is not just yet, it's yet. So how would you navigate through that?
Okay. At the age of 30, when I was 30 years old, I was then just taking a new job. And I was being paid 30,000 per month.
Wow. 30,000
for that new job. So being a millionaire at 30 is possible. It's very possible. It's doable. But it's not a must. Okay? It is not a must. The journey to success, like I said, differ from one individual to the next. And this pressure that life gives, that as a young man you must be a millionaire at 30, is wrong. It's a wrong perception. Okay, becoming a millionaire has some rules and principles, some financial rules that you must follow. Okay, if you have the opportunity, okay, to have what it takes and follow those rules and regulations and become a millionaire at 30, so be it. But if you are not a millionaire at 30, it's not late. You can start all over from 35. You can start at 40, and you can still make it. So, like I was saying, I got a job at 30, and I was paying 30,000.
Wow.
And
let me ask, did you have a family already?
I had a family of 2 then.
Wow.
But I had to start from somewhere. Okay, and for me, every step is an opportunity. So the most important thing is to have it, and then work around it to make it grow. So once I got that job, I started working with it, and then I worked around it to start growing in the industry. And today, here we are.
Wow. Okay.
So this question is, to me, it's a good one because it falls within my own experience.
So you made mention of there are certain, for you to become a millionaire, there are certain things you should know. So my next question is, what are the sure ingredients that one needs to have from your experiences, your trials already, the little journey you had about success? What are the ingredients for personal qualities and then things you have to put in place so that you don't have to stress or go through or go over 30 so that you can be able to be successful in life?
Ingredients so that you don't go over 30.
What are the qualities, what are the things, or what are the practices you have to be doing today?
There is no ingredient for you to be millionaire before 30 or after 30. For me, there's nothing.
Generally.
Exactly. I rather prefer to be successful. To me, there are three things to life. If you want to succeed, you must want to believe. Okay, you must have determination. You must be a hard worker. So belief, determination, and hard working.
Your belief is in terms of faith or
Both.
believing in yourself?
You believe in yourself, you believe in God, and you believe in people that may work around with you. Okay? You must be determined. No matter what you want to do, the road can never be straightforward. Okay? At times there will be up and downs. There will be issues on the way. You will face some challenges on the way. You must be determined to achieve your objectives. Okay? And you must be a hard worker. Most of the youth we have today, when they set up a business, the mindset is I'm the boss. You know, so I can come to office when I want, I can leave when I want. This alone is already a wrong perception. Okay? Hard working, there is no way you can succeed without hard working. And what you are doing as a boss is exactly what you are teaching your subordinates to do. If you come to office by 12 and leave by 3 o'clock, trust me, your workloads in the day will be done within those 3 hours. After that, everybody is free to do whatever he wants to do. So, what I want to emphasize here on is that you cannot make it if you are not hard worker.
Okay, all right. So, but there is a term that people use, being workaholic. Does it mean that being a workaholic is acceptable, or being a workaholic would also make you successful? I accept being hardworking, but some people will say I can't kill myself. Some people will say you are a workaholic. Like when they see you work too hard, they will say you are a workaholic. Have time for yourself, rest a little.
You know, people's definition of certain things differs from one person to the next. The person you call a workaholic may not be to me a workaholic. The fact that I wake up in the morning and I come to my office by 7 o'clock and I leave after everybody maybe around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. does not make me a workaholic. I can still determine or define time for myself to rest. I can still determine time to have fun. But I cannot allow the fun to take the highest part of my time. You understand? What makes you have time and have fun is the money you make out of your business. So if you don't give time to your business to grow and have the means, how do you want to have fun? You end up using your capital to have fun and you come back to the office and start thinking about
so you have to make the money to have fun. All right, thank you, Mr. MENSAH. So we're already enjoying the conversation, but I want to know, is it possible for you to know that you are on the wrong path? We are talking about the path of success. Is it possible for you to know that this path I'm going, like say you want to start a business, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to go into a particular career, you don't know the future, but are there signs that you possibly see, and then how do you navigate through it as well?
One thing I usually say is that we are lucky to be part of this generation because there are people that have done it before us. No matter what you want to embark into, people have done it before you. Learn to ask. Learn to learn from others. Okay? It's only when you are building on others' experience, it's only when you are building on what is already done that you can do less mistakes. Okay? So to me, yes, when you are on the wrong path, you can know you are on the wrong path when you compare this to what others have done before you. Right? But you can also, it's just like, it's inbuilt. When you are doing something and it's not the right way, you know it. You know the right from the wrong, right from onset. It's the same thing in business. when you take a business line and you feel things are not going right, you pause it and you find out. Okay, you look for more experienced people and you ask questions. But let me say pride, okay, make us today want to do it all alone by ourselves, thinking that we can achieve it all alone. It's not possible.
Alright, so there's this popular saying that people usually use: look it until you become it. It means fake it until you achieve it. Okay, so sometimes, let's say for example, in Nigeria we usually use the word packaging. You don't have it, but you are willing to buy that suit, the most costliest suit. You're willing to put it on. You're willing to take Uber or Bolt to a place where you could actually take bike to, just because you want to look it. So is this a good strategy that could actually attract success, or big people in your life that can help you to succeed?
One of the best things you can do to yourself is stop lying to yourself.
We call it packaging. We don't call it lies.
It's a lie, actually, because I usually say this: one of the best things God has ever given us, okay, is the fact that we cannot lie to ourselves. You can lie to people outside.
Yes.
Okay, you can make people believe things about you outside, but you know the truth. You cannot lie to yourself. Right? What you cannot do, you know. What you can do, you also know. What you don't have, you know.
Yes.
And what you have, you also know. There is no need to hide yourself, or to, like you say, package yourself. Well, some might say it's good at a point because it opens doors for you, but I feel it is not, because it closes opportunities. If I know what you are capable of doing, if I know your potential and I know your limitations as well, I can come in to help. But if you hide it and try to show me who you are not, I can give the opportunity to somebody else. Okay? Let me just give you an example. Someone walked into my office and I was discussing with one of my staff, and I was actually telling him that we needed a cleaner, right, to take over the cleaning of our buildings. So he was telling me, my staff was telling me, okay, he's going to propose one or two people that he has their credentials and all that. So, okay. When he left, my visitor left my office, he went back to see my staff and told him that he was interested in the job. So my staff came back and told me, so and so person said, I'm interested in the job and all that. I told him it's not possible. He cannot tell you that. Because for all I know about him, he's a successful businessman. Right? He's somebody who have a business, who have a car, who have buses on the road doing transportation business. How come he's now telling me he wants to take over a cleaning job? You understand?
Yeah.
This is a typical example of losing an opportunity. This might have been an opportunity. But because all this fight, he introduced himself as a successful businessman. So my view or my mindset about him is completely different. And I could never have thought that somebody like this would be looking for such job. So this is an example.
I have a question of another perspective of what you just answered. So let's say that you are that person that the society already sees you as somebody that is successful. But then truthfully to yourself, you know that everything has not been going the way you want. Okay, or maybe some of your investments have started flopping, or things are not going how you want it. But then the society still sees you as the big man, the successful man. Very soon it will become obvious. How do you start managing and telling people that I am no more a successful man, or I'm no more the big man you're calling me? This is what is happening. Obviously, because when you start telling people that things are not working the way you want, maybe they will start seeing you as a failure. Some will lose the respect they have for you. So in this kind of case, how do you balance it?
It's mostly people that fail to be humble at the beginning that can have such problem. I believe we should be open enough, okay, to tell people who we are at a particular point of time. If I was a successful man and I was able to help one or two people, okay, and today things happen not to be working the way they're supposed to anymore, these same people should know things are not the way they used to be. There's no shame of telling people I'm not as worthy as I used to be. I don't see any shame to it.
Wow.
There's no shame in them people. I'm building myself again all over again. It has happened several times. You know, my little story, before I took over that 30,000 job, okay, I was working in Ghana, and I was earning 1.5 million every month, net of every tax. Okay, but it got to a point where the company had an issue, and we all have to drop out and all that. Then we have to start all over again. But there are people I used to help. There are people that were under me. There are people that were working for me. Does it mean I should continue telling them I'm this man that has the same abilities, that has the same means to continue helping? I cannot. Now I have a family to feed, and my income is 30,000. When you come to me with the same issue of 50,000 you used to have, you don't expect me to be able to give you 50,000 when I don't even earn 50,000. So how do we manage that? There is nothing to manage actually. The only thing is to tell them the truth. You understand? So this mindset of we need to manage our situation, I need to manage my actual situation so that people will not see that. No. That's what is killing our society actually. We don't need to manage anything. Tell the truth about yourself. Let people know where you are today, where you stand today, and if they can help you, they will help.
Wow. So you're actually asking us not to package, not to lie, to be authentic and all that. Okay, so my next question would be that have the people in your life do they have a role to play in you achieving success? The people you have as friends, as family members, and all that.
You can never succeed alone. That's the truth of the matter. Yes, they play an important role. In fact, they play major role in my journey to success. Like I said, there is no way you get there alone. You will always need people around you. You always need a friend, a relative, a family member, to support at one point or the other. So yes, they played an important role. And let me say this again, the type of friend you make matters. Okay? The type of friend you make matters. Because when you get to this level where you need to build yourself up again, you need those people, to help you come back.
Alright. So what of when you have a plan? You have the plan, maybe you ask questions earlier on before the plan started, and then if you think that you have everything figured out, but the plan still didn't work, what should you do? Because we have this story of Thomas Edison saying what he learned 10,000 ways of not failing. That means he tried it the first time, tried it the second time. But then if you think like you've gotten the framework of everything you're supposed to do, but then you still tried your best, you still listen to people's advice, but how would you do, or what should you do at that point?
I have a principle. I always say the plan B is always useful. Not always necessary, but always useful. When you are planning something, always plan for a second option. The second option is always there for you to revert to in case the first option is not working exactly the way you want it. And in every activity or in everything you try to do, any plan you have, it might not always go exactly the way you want it to be. Okay, along the line there will be modifications. Along the line there will be changes. You must adapt to changes. You must be ready to adapt to changes. To me, there is nothing called failure. Everything is an experience, and you only learn to do better. That is why you cannot have an option of giving up. Giving up is not an option. You always learn to do it a better way the next time. So when you are doing something and it's not working exactly the way you plan it to be, there will always be another solution. There will always be a plan B. Okay? Except that thing is not doable.
Okay. So do you feel like I wanted to ask a question actually, but the question in line with this that you've already started answering. And my question is, when you fail, how long should you dwell on your failure? And when should you move away from your failure or stand up and then start trying again?
Forever.
How
It's
long
funny,
should
right?
it go?
Forever. Forever, because it's not a failure, it's an experience. So you dwell on your experience forever to move on. If you look at it as a failure, you want to run away from it. Then you are starting all over again. But when you look at it as an experience, you don't want to run away from your experiences. You want to learn from them. So you learn from it to be able to continue. So how long should you dwell in it? Forever. There is no time to move out from it. It's an experience. It will always help.
All right. So I'm going to be asking a final question, and
Okay.
which is a common question. So is success accidental or intentional? And if it's intentional, how do you make it intentional so that you can be successful?
Success can never be accidental. You
What
plan
if,
to succeed.
what if you are just lucky or God's grace is just helping you?
God grace can help you to get an opportunity to have money, but that's not what we call success. Making it constant, making it continue is what you call success.
So why not give me a definition of your own success? What is success to you? Because maybe I'm feeling success is money, I'm feeling is having luxury, being comfortable, being able to afford the vacation.
Let's assume you have an opportunity today. You are lucky, like you are saying, of winning a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you won a huge amount of money, and all you did was to get yourself a car, maybe a place to stay, well furnished, okay, and all these luxurious things you can think of. How do you maintain them? One thing is to get it. Yes, you have it. You are living a glorious life. But with a lot, will you win another lottery in 3 years' time? In 4 years' time? It's possible, but we can make the possibility or the assumption is very small. You understand? So until you are able to create things around you that will help you maintain your wealth and your success, you are not a successful man.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Any final word then? Well, before your final word, I would say that one thing I've learned from this interview is to be yourself and also to always be authentic and always keep working hard. You also mentioned about having good people around you, but I would like you, particularly for this generation, that feel that pressure, okay? Because on social media we see somebody that is 14, 12 and they are engaged in rituals and then so many other things. So what would be your final word to that?
Get away from peer pressure and be yourself. That's my message to the generation of today. You know, this social network thing and all these things we see on our social network has become a mean of pressure for the young people of today. You want to look like people we see on the internet. You don't know what they have been through. You don't know if truly this story is real. Okay, but we want to copy and paste. Get away from peer pressure and be yourself. Build yourself up. Have an objective and fight for that objective. And then you will make it.
Alright, you came alone, you came to this world alone, so avoid peer pressure. Work hard, work for your dream, and then you'll be successful. Thank you very much, Dr. Mensah. So glad having you today. Thank you for creating time with us, and see you next time. We hope to have you next time.
Thank you.